Hello, everyone. It has been a bit. It has been a while since I've put out another book video on this book channel, and you know what? That's okay, because this book channel is a hobby for me, so everyone stop complaining. But right now I'm live streaming. That's just after Hotline League, which is the talk show that I do about League of Legends stuff. If you guys are not familiar with my League stuff, you can check out my twitch.tv/TravisGafford. And while we are live streaming, we're going to be unboxing something very cool, which is MISTBORN, Leatherbound trilogy from Brandon Sanderson. So for those of you that don't know, Brandon Sanderson, usually about 10 years after he's released a book, his team at Dragonsteel, his company, goes and does a special treatment of the book that is very fancy. They spend a bunch of time on it, and they create what's called the Leatherbound version of it, and then they sell it. They did I forget if it was a GoFundMe or what it was for the Way of Kings book series, but I just ordered that a couple years ago, got it last year, and really, really enjoy it. It's out in the living room right now. But one of the things that I've also really enjoyed is Warbreaker. So this is a copy of Warbreaker. I'll show it to you guys just as sort of reference on this. I have not read Way of Kings in the Leatherbound yet, but Mark Zimmerman, who you guys might know from this channel and some of my other content, got me Warbreaker the Christmas before last, 2020 Christmas. And I decided over the holiday break to start it, and I really enjoyed it. I'd already read it, obviously, but it had been several years. And one of the cool things about the books that they do is they bring in a bunch of the other art that they have done in the past, sometimes for other editions or different languages of the book, a different titles or covers that they do. And so they're very, very cool. I love these. They've got you guys can see, they're just like fancy, like the old, I don't know how many people do leather bounds anymore, but obviously this was a really big way of doing fantasy books for a long time. I don't know if people are still doing them, but you can get these. So I decided on a whim, because I enjoyed reading this so much. I normally do audiobooks, but enjoyed just sitting down with this really fancy book over the break to get the entire MISTBORN trilogy in Leatherbound. And because of this channel, which is monetizable on YouTube, I realized that if I purchase this set of books and then make a video out of it for one of my monetized YouTube channels, of which I am like a full-time content creator, that I can write it off on my taxes. So we are doing this unboxing right now so that I can write this off on my taxes. This big box came last week, and I have waited because I'm going out of town and I want to take at least one of the books with me until I want to be very careful with the knife cutter. The knife cutter? So first off, this is kind of cool. You can already see the names of all the books so that we know what we're doing. Well, I will say they ship very secure. They ship very secure. You do not have to worry about your fancy $100 book getting shipped. It says, attention, while these books are meant to be read and enjoyed, please be aware that things like sweat, lotion, and hand sanitizer might contribute to rubbing off foil. Due to the artisanal nature of these books and the texture on the leather, it is perfectly normal for there to be light imperfections in the foil. This adds to the individual character of each book. No two copies are perfectly alike. This book was pre-signed. That's a lie. This book was not pre-signed because I ordered the unsigned copy of it. They need to update their stickers. This book was pre-signed before being bound and was delivered to us pre-packaged from the bindery and has been sent unopened straight to you. Any damage from manufacturing or shipping must be reported within 2 weeks of delivery. If you have questions, comments, and concerns, please contact the store from which you purchased this book. In this case, the store is directly from the Brandon Sanderson's Dragonsteel. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. So, first off, one of the things I'm noticing is and I don't think it's a bad thing, but the leather in the Warbreaker one has a bit of a rougher texture to it on the outside than the MISTBORN one. I don't know. I know they said at one point in time they had to change leather manufacturers, or the leather that they were using in these went out of stock or something. So it's slightly different. Maybe also maybe with more time in the air or something, it's going to go out. But here's this beautiful symbol This is I believe an Allomantic symbol. It's from the world. You can see additional symbols up here. And oh, yep, I kind of got it on both sides. MISTBORN brand Sanderson is here, and then the foil on the outside. And then if we open it, actually, I'm comparing it to my Warbreaker copy. It's about the same size. Warbreaker I think is slightly longer, but I also believe that there's less art in the MISTBORN ones. I think this is maybe one of the first ones that they did. I think they did one. I need to go back and look at what order they released them in. They might have just released them in the publishing order, which would mean Elantris would be the first one that they'd release. But here we go. Some beautiful art. Oh, this is cool. So they actually have, I think they have this in the Warbreaker one. I'm too lazy to look, but I'm going to make sure that you guys can see this. They have a art gallery here so that you can actually see. They do have a ton of art in here. Maybe they have, maybe there's less than Elantris. I remember I thought there was some less. Oh, maybe there's, that's what it is. There's no art in the middle of the book. So that's something that in the Warbreaker they did, and I think also in Way of Kings is they'll intersperse art throughout the book, roughly I think around the time that the scenes are being taken place. But in the MISTBORN ones, they are hitting them all kind of in the beginning. Wow. Actually, I kind of like some of this art more than I like the Warbreaker art. Very cool. Yeah, so that's definitely what they did. They stuck the art in the front and the back. And then you get this really cool map as well. Here's another map. I like this one's kind of got like a Lord of the Rings flair to it. Here's the table of Allomantic Medals. So using this, we should be able to figure out which. This is the iron allomancy icon or symbol. Because you've got kind of the breakdown of all the different symbols in the chart. Oh, and then what's cool is he did like I think he did this for Warbreaker too. He has a special acknowledgement section for the leatherbound edition of this. And then you just have this beautiful stuff. Yeah, so this one is not signed. So they've gotten to a point now where he can't sign them as fast as people are ordering them. So unfortunately, the original MISTBORN is not signed. I actually have heard them talk about this before. They would like to eventually find a vegan leather option, but it's just tough because at some point in time, it's like, what is the exact audience of people that would buy vegan leather? What are the costs of building those? Do you have to charge people extra for vegan leather? And are they going to, I think it's just a tough situation to try to go do that specifically. So it's not vegan. Oh, okay. I've just realized that I thought it was like a slide where you have to slide them out. You can actually just open the middle part. Well of Ascension. So as we see, different Allomantic metal on the front. Right? Oh, yes. Different symbol. Different symbol. Close though. I'm not going to show all the art in this, but you guys have already seen kind of the look of these. It's very similar. I think they probably just output all the same like equivalent art from the different cover books in the same order, which is kind of cool. Damn, look at this picture of Vin. What the fuck? Okay. We've got the chart again. This one though is signed by Brandon Sanderson. So that's the thing, is that they have some copies. Most of the copies are signed, but when they can't get them signed fast enough by him, they'll just pick them up and you can get them. So actually that was one of the downsides about ordering the trilogy right now, is like, it's kind of an awkward thing where like the second two books or the last two books are signed and my MISTBORN copy isn't signed because I didn't have signatures on the MISTBORN copy. So it's kind of uneven where you've got like two of the three that are signed. Okay. And we have our final one here. Avura says, where should you start in Sanderson? I have a video on my book channel, which some people, if the editor decides to include this, I have to be very careful with this because I don't want to cut. Actually, I'm very nervous. I'm too nervous to. I just want to slice a little. Okay, we're good. I did not hit the leatherbound, right? In doing that. I have a video on this book channel that's like how to get into fantasy. I make 3 recommendations. 2 of them are Brandon Sanderson novels, and that will explain kind of, I specifically say like, oh, here's when you should start with this Brandon Sanderson novel versus here's when you should start with this. This is The Hero of Ages, and as we can tell, different allomantic symbol. Let's see which allomantic symbol it is by using the... Oh, is this Sazed? I've actually never seen this picture of Sazed. Oh, we got a sub. Thank you, D9TV, for gifting a sub. The Allomantic Medals are only in the first book, for obvious reasons. They put different stuff in the other 2 books, and I don't want to spoil which those are. Okay. But people who have read the series can probably guess what the other ones are. Okay. The last book has the Allomantic Medal for... Oh, wait. Maybe this is a symbol from one of the other magic systems in it that I would need to use with this chart. Okay, I can't find it. Whatever. Cool symbol. There you go. Oh, and this one is also signed, right? So awkwardly, my second and third book are signed. The first Mistborn one is not. So the original Mistborn book is the only one out of the leatherbounds that I have, which now include Hero of Ages, Warbreaker, and... Oh, sorry. Way of Kings, Warbreaker, and the Mistborn trilogy. The first book in the Wax and Wayne series is supposedly going to be available in leatherbound at the end of this year. So people who want to go check that out can do so on the Dragonsteel site. I bought these, by the way. I have not ever been sent anything leatherbound from them. They've sent me ARC copies of Rhythm of War and Oathbringer in the past, but this is not an ad. I just wanted to talk about those and showcase them and write them off on my taxes. So there you go. The only does that mean that the only leatherbound I don't have, I'm on the site right now, is Elantris? Yes. So I don't have Elantris. Elantris is the last one. Wait. Do they have... Okay, no. I almost thought for a second Mistborn was back in signed copies. Yeah, they have an unsigned copy of Elantris right now there. So, either way, here's my collection of Mistborn books. Thanks for everyone who watched this video. Please subscribe to the book channel. And yeah, maybe I'll stick... I'm currently reading the second trilogy in Joe Abercrombie's world. The third book just came out recently. So, really enjoying those. Maybe I'll make a video about that whenever it's done. Thanks for watching.